Good morning. How are you doing? I hope everyone is well. And yeah, I'm shooting this before work because I've run out of ideas of what to do because it's quite early. I need to leave here at least at like 22. Anyways, with that said, let's speak about, do abusers change, or do people in general change? Like a person who has gone to varsity and come back usually comes back with a different perspective because of the exposure to a different now environment. A person who has changed cities, has changed jobs, they have different perspectives because of exposure to different things other than what they usually were conditioned to think and feel. However, let's go back to the idea of abusers changing. Do they change after does rehabilitation work? I've never met somebody who has went to jail and come back, but I do have an experience of having seen somebody being accused, going through a trial, spending a few days in a holding cell before heading over to have a bail hearing, come back a few years later and nothing has changed with their lives. Not come back a few years later, but a few years later down the line, they're still acting the same. Case in point, my uncle. We all know, went through trial, we did the trial. I quit because I was like, I'm over this, I'm getting too sick, and it's just not worth it. And yeah, so I stopped. So in his head, things then went back to normal. They didn't. I still have my reservations about him. I think he's very much aware of that. My maternal family still has reservations about him. Well, my sister especially, Uti. I don't know about the rest. They're living in their own world. But with that said, yes, I kept like a bit of distance. And then now there was this reconciliation. And I spent more time with him and realized that this guy has not changed. This guy will always be a pervert because he doesn't learn. And unfortunately, it's no longer, I don't know, should I say fortunately or unfortunately? Unfortunately, one, he feels that he could still do stuff to me or say stuff to me and I wouldn't say anything because like he knows he can get away with anything. In his head, he can get away with anything. As long as he just throws money at it, then everything is fine. That's how his life is set up anyway. Like, I started getting very uncomfortable as I got closer again to him because in my mind, this guy would have changed, this guy would have learned, Guti, you don't mess with Asanda and get away with it. But no, inappropriate, doesn't have boundaries, a narcissist basically. Only thinks about himself and his dick. Sorry to say. That's all he thinks about. And I don't think our justice system will ever get to the bottom of sexual offenses and sexual assaults and actually get rid of them. I don't think that will ever happen. So that, for me, in my mind, I've closed that door. I'm never going through it again because it didn't work for me. I don't know what will help. But my thing is, abusers do not change. Just a few months ago, when did I move to Durban? Just a few months ago, he started again sending inappropriate messages and I was like, that's it. This is the last straw. It's a message, yes, but I feel uncomfortable from it and I know which way is it headed. So I decided I'm going to now cut the cord. I'm going to, what is it called? Do you break the nub? What do you do? But like you put it off at its root. I've not completely cut down ties and sense but he's unlikely to ever see me, maybe next to him, near him, anytime soon. It would be one of those that it's such a coincidence. We cannot get thinking maybe somebody died, or maybe there's a certain big event that we both have to be at. It starts and ends there because I realize that abusers do not change. Abusers, especially abusers who maybe got away with things and get away with things and think they are privileged to do whatever that they want because they are just privileged. I remember watching that series, what is it called? Something of a Scandal, Anatomy of a Scandal. That guy got away with rape twice, simply because he was privileged, he had money, he had a good history or good name. He got away with it. That is what is happening. It's reality of what I saw happening. People stood by that guy simply because of what he had. They knew that I wouldn't just stand up and lie about him, considering the relationship we had before. But they were not going to admit to that because why? Sodlan. Because why? Who's going to take care of this and this and that? Why? So much over. Simple as that. It's things like those. And when I got back again, I realized, because now I benefited from it. Not the rape, but I benefited from him being a provider, being all of those things, of which that's what he was until he was not, until it was now tied to Ruti. I'll do this for you simply because I want you to do this for me. That's when it stopped. That's when it shouldn't have happened. And unfortunately for him, in his mind, he can just get away with things like that. And in conclusion, if you ever think that an abuser, look at it even with people that physically abuse their partners, most of the time, they go back to abusing them until they leave or cannot, are unable to now physically punch them. They usually would then go and verbally punch them, but reality is that abusers do not change. I don't know what is wrong with them. I do not know, but they just do not change. And if you've ever convinced yourself that somebody will change, unlikely. Anyways, have a great day. Have a great week. Today's Tuesday, but you're gonna see this tomorrow. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you on my next video. Goodbye.